Gastlecast. I'm Chris.
I'm Heather.
On this episode, we're going to talk about my very favorite Marvel Funko Pop set ever. And I think it's arguably the best one that has ever been released by Funko. But before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that little bell. That way you'll know anytime we go live or post new content like this. Right here, my favorite Marvel Funko Pop set ever is the Captain America Winter Soldier set. It is amazing! So here they are, and you might wonder to yourself right now, why is this my favorite set? Heather, why do you think that this could be my favorite set?
Cap and Winter Soldier are two of your favorite characters?
Absolutely, you got it. They're some of my favorite characters. I also think that this set kept it really clean and slim, which is perfect. Because nowadays, we get these big Marvel films like Infinity War and Endgame, which I expect a ton of Funko Pops to come from.
There's also a million bajillion characters.
Right.
So it's hard for them to keep them this size.
But then we also have movies that are this size that are releasing a billion characters.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you have glows, you have masked, you have unmasked, you have special different suits. And
Chases.
yes.
Tons of characters, tons of variations of the same character in the set. One thing that you might say is bad about this set is that we have two of the same character and multiple variations. But I'm not complaining because these are four of my very favorite Captain America Funko Pops that have ever been released. We got an unmasked version. We have the regular masked version. We have a black and white version. And we have a glow-in-the-dark version. Why is Captain America glow-in-the-dark? I don't really know.
Because it's cool?
It's cool, right? But why is he black and white? I don't know. It reminds me of like World War II era footage. The most intriguing part of this set is that we have two variations of Winter Soldier. Both of them are masked. We don't have one that's completely unmasked. What's cool about that to me is that the one that's masked without the glasses is my favorite version of the Winter Soldier. We have a villain and we have a good guy. And then as an addition, we have the smallest headed Black Widow you've ever seen in your entire life. Did you ever notice how small her head is?
No.
Oh yeah, there it is. Look at that.
I need a minute. I can't get over. I never looked that closely
Her
at
teeny
her.
tiny head. I know it's weird. These are all of the Funko Pops. As you can see, all the caps are out, all the Winter Soldiers are here, and then that small-headed Black Widow is here. And Black Widow, seeing her out of the box, she's very proportionate with that head. Even though they do have the big bobble heads, she's a little bit more proportionate than these other characters, in my opinion. Especially because she has a smaller body, being the character that she is.
I still don't like it.
Nowadays, you get a bunch of different Black Widows. Then, this is the only Black Widow that you had.
Yeah.
We didn't even get that in the original Avengers set. She is the oddball, I think, in this set because she is a little weird and she does have a proportionate body in comparison to the other guys here. It looks like this was the beginning of them trying to add a little bit more proportion to the Funko Pop. Because nowadays the arms and legs are a little skinnier and the figures kind of have different poses and things. Mm-hmm. These other guys, they have that old school fat body, stocky Funko Pop look. Like they're the little guys like this, little muscle bound looking guys. This looks like they're starting to move into this area where they're messing with how the bodies are going to look for some different characters. Captain America, you know, you get many versions of him in this set, but I think these are arguably some of the best versions. The glow-in-the-dark one is so bizarre because it is a Captain America glow-in-the-dark. I would have more believability in an Iron Man that glows in the dark than a Cap. But I'm okay with it. I think that's cool. Back then, I think they were just doing their own thing and making different variations just to play around with different characters. And I think that was kind of neat. This one's like sort of an oddball, but I dig it. I think it's okay. The unmasked one, however, is my favorite Cap in the set. And the reason why he's my favorite is because unmasked Cap in the films is my favorite. In the comics and in the cartoons, you see Cap with his helmet or mask, and you associate that being Captain America. In the films, I associate Captain America without a mask on. There were other characters they could have made. They could have made a Nick Fury. They could have made a Falcon. But they didn't do that. Instead, what they did was focus on characters that we love, good guy, villain, and then an extra in-betweener that they had never released in the Avengers set. I feel like this is their answer to, hey, we didn't release one in Avengers, but we're going to give you one now. And I think that's kind of why they threw her in here. I would have been okay if we only got Cap and Winter Soldier. And I love that we got 2 different versions of Winter Soldier. I would have been okay if we got a complete unmasked one. That would have been cool. Now, if you look at this set versus the Captain America Civil War set, that set was humongous. And it felt like you had to just go out and buy everything because they were releasing really cool characters. Falcon finally drops, right? You get a Crossbones character. You get a lot of really neat characters in that line. But keeping it this simple makes it easier to, 1, complete your small set. And 2, it's easy to store them. Because when you go out and buy a huge set of Funko Pops from, say, Infinity War, where the hell do you put them all? I mean, they're just everywhere. One that almost competes with this, it does have more figures in it, but is a Thor Ragnarok set. The updated versions of those characters in Funko Pop form look amazing. One of my favorite sets, but maybe we'll talk about those another day.
Sounds good to me.
As for this set, guys, let us know what you think about this particular Funko Pop set. Is this one of your favorite sets? Do you disagree with me? Do you agree with me? We would love to know. Let us know all of that and more in the comments section down below. Guys, remember, as always, we are together, yes! We will catch you next time!
Bye!